G'day everyone, welcome back to my Korpi map. It is December, finally. Not sure why finally, but I think it's a good thing. More importantly, December means our massive wheat field is ready to harvest. On the fun side, we also have... Hey horsey, you just chillin'? That's good. Ah, yeah. We also have a cornfield on the hill near the animal pens and an oat field on the flat on the riverside. We've got our sugar beet field to replant. Who dat? And where are they going? It looks like they're checking out my farm. Why is it a dump truck though? That's a bit strange. Also, why didn't they take the main road up here? They've just gone and parked in my shed. Well, that's a bit weird. Ooh, go see what's going on. Yeah, here they come. Nobody should be using a dump truck like that. That's definitely strange. Okay, anyway, looks like they're going over to the neighbour's place. Interesting. Yes, we have our big wheat field finally to do. I was going to put 2 harvesters in it, but I need 1 harvester over the other side because I have oat and corn to do. I sent the Zeta off earlier with the corn header on a trailer, so I reckon we jump into a harvester and get it over onto the oat field to start with. I might use a tractor and trailer to handle this one. It's looking a bit dirty. Remember to go out the front door, not the rolling door on the side, because we don't fit. And I'm going to send him on his way before I get the other harvester out. Get him going over to the oat field, which is boring. So he's going to do the oat field on the river flats, and then I'll move it up, swap over to the corn header, hopefully drop the corn header on the trailer. I didn't think that I should use the actual header trailer that's there, and get the corn done. The oat is finally going into the cookie production, and we'll maybe kick that off this month. We'll have to see how we go. And any oat that's left over, I might put a little bit in the silo to use, but the rest of it can go into the flour mill. Not sure where this truck will be best, so I'm just going to leave it here. I'll probably use both of my big trucks. We'll just have to see how this field goes. I think it's going to be organised chaos. Go grab this harvester. Get it started up. truck here will stay roughly here. The other one in the shed I'm going to take down to the far end of the field, and hopefully between them that should be enough to keep things moving. Most of this, instead of talking, I actually get this thing started. Plot 17, field 2 is 10.64 hectares. She's going to take a while. Move the truck just beside the field. So I'm going to pick up some of the straw. I don't know if I'll do all of it or not, but I'm going to pick up enough to top up the animal pens, fill up my straw manufacturing place just over the truck there, and probably try and fill up our manure factory right beside it. After that, I'll see how we're going, but I reckon it's going to take a while. For now, I'll jump into the other truck and get it down the far end of the field, or maybe drive around to just the other side of the field even. That might be an idea, because it looks like this guy is filling up awful quick. HY400. Although I've upgraded the engine, so it's actually a HY800. The harvester's already at 60%. Wow. I'll drive around this way and see if I can get over there before it fills up. I think this truck has the bigger engine of the two. One of them was 800 horsepower, the other one was only a pretty standard 500. This seems to be pretty zoomy, so I reckon it's this one. On the plus side, we misdrove into the river. And I didn't jackknife the truck trying to take the corner too quick. It's like a triple bonus. Our field there is ready to get planted with, I think I said sunflowers, so I might even just get that kicked off quick. Harvester here, I better not crash into the back of. So I think both of these got extended booms on them now as well, which should make hitting the truck a little bit easier. I feel like I should be getting a tractor with a forage wagon into this field sooner rather than later too. So how about we copy this course, and I'll ride on the harvester going around this corner. Just dump it over the cab, why don't you? I think each truck can do 2 harvester loads. We're going to be busy. That was roughly halfway around the field. And we've got our soybean fields just up on the hill there. They'll be ready in 2 months. Which means I also need to get a little bit more ground plowed up. Now I've got the majority of the trees cleared out. Not the clears treed out. Grass field's nearly ready again too. We don't need hay right now. Any silage I did would be purely to let it ferment and sell. I think this month might be busy enough as it is, although I suppose I could always just drop a tractor in there to get the grass mowed, and then next month we'd be one step closer to doing it again. I'll see how we go. nice wash bay that has been used a couple of times, but I think a couple of tractors could do with a decent wash. And the sheep are doing pretty good since we moved them over from the river farm. I love these sheds, they are so cool. All of our trees are growing up that I've planted. Haven't had a chance to put any in just yet around our pizza production, but I think I'm close to getting all the materials in that to start that off too. I'll try and check that out. If not this episode, then definitely next one. Alright, looks like the harvester's under control. We do lose a little bit of width because I have the overlap, but if it's 100% on the straight, this is too much of the corners, so I think it's a reasonable compromise. Since we're pretty close to it, had trouble there, we might have to come back and try and smooth that out a bit. Since we're pretty close to it, I might hop into the planter I've got ready to go on the field that we ploughed last month. That nice big open area up there. We'll kick that off and then hop across to our other harvester, because the oat field over on the river is not going to take all that long to do. Yes, technically this field is right beside the river too. This is still our nice lake farm. Got to mention the lake because, well, it's an awesome lake. He's filled up and going to go back to the truck. I could stay here and watch it go all the way back over there, but we've still got another 30 minutes on this field. So I reckon we're going to see that a few times. Once I've kicked everything else off and got it running, we'll come back and watch the end of this field being done. Yes, the Massey did start up after being left out all night. Yes, decided on sunflowers for this field. It's just the nice, well, not so little I suppose, it took up a fair bit of area, and I reckon if we slowly chip away at these trees just along here, we can expand this field quite a bit. For now though, let's get it going. So we've got our nice big plot 17 field 2 that we're currently harvesting with the wheat. And plot 5, field 1, a nice smiley shaped field. Well, more of a smirk maybe? Anyway, let's get it going. It's not too bad, goes round and round lots, then a couple of up and downs. That's better, just a few up and downs there rather than a lot of small ones. Fertiliser and sunflowers are going in. I might kick off my other harvester in the oat field super quick, and then we'll come back and just ride around with this one a few times since we can see the other harvester as well. We've finally got oats for the cookies. It's been 5 months coming. Good old river field near Granny's sheep. Plot 23, field 1 that we've had for a long time. Just going to go round and round a couple of times, then up and down, and be all done. I think they should be good just with this tractor and trailer here for it to unload. he's got a couple of bales of hay, a couple of bales of clothes that are ready to go to market too, so I need to come and pick them up today or I won't get any by tonight. Well, after all this time, we still have that nasty bump there. So once this guy's finished, he's going to head up to the hill. And right at the top, up near the ice cream factory, we've got the poor old Zeta with the trailer. It's got the corn header on it. That corn, when we harvest it, it's going straight into the big food mixes. Okay, this one didn't drive into the river, so I reckon we head back and watch the planter go for a bit in our brand new field, because we'll be able to keep an eye on the wheat harvester as well. And this one's just going to go round and round a few times and pretty much tree and pretty much be done. He's just started his second lap, so I think that's not too bad timing. Got a whole heap of trees up there that look really cool. There's a bridge over there that lets you get onto that area up there. But you got to drive all the way around those trees in the distance to get to the bridge, to get to this top area. So I don't think we'll be making use of it anytime soon. Like, we own it, but it's going to stay as a wildlife preserve. Meanwhile, the Massey's doing pretty good. He's still got half an hour nearly to go, so we won't be watching the whole lot. This is the second bridge that I put in to make it a bit easier, or to give us options to get into this area as well. Now, if we're really lucky, there should be a harvester just over the river here. Maybe we're not that lucky. Where did it get to? Okay, I think it's right down the other end of the field. How off is that? Once it comes around, we should be able to see it a bit better. Yes, this is another field right by the river, but it's still on the lakeside of the farm. Sunflowers should look really pretty in about 7 months, I think they take to grow. This will give us plenty of time to, well, hopefully expand and get rid of some of these trees, so next time this field will be even bigger. How big is the field? That's a very good question. So, plot 5, field 1 is 2.3 hectares, which is, I suppose, pretty average for the majority of my fields. We have a few outliers, like the 10 hectare one that we're doing wheat in. Or I think plot 22, field 2 is a very good question. I think that are the sugar beet fields. And 18, I don't know. Let's stop guessing. Plot 22, field 2 is our cornfield that we're going to do later. Then 17 and 26, field 1. 17 and 26, field 1 are our 2 sugar beet fields. That's an interesting question. Environmental score isn't too bad. Wow, we're taking up an awful lot of the map now with fields. Although these two are going to get joined as soon as I harvest the soybean. Looks like this one might need... this one had to get rescanned or soil sampled at the end of last month. Not sure why it doesn't have pH information though. Nitrogen is bad on our grass field. And, well, bad on our oat field that we just harvested, but it's also bad on our other grass field. So I'm thinking we might need to spread a little bit of fertiliser. Maybe we'll cut this grass field and then fertilise it. Looks like we might be sticking the little mower into these fields after all. It's our joined field and it's got 3 different stages of soil sampling through it. So it looks like some of these are going to need to get redone sooner rather than later. Yield map, well, we haven't harvested these yet, so there's no info there, but it's looking mostly pretty good. Some of the land's not so great over here, but certainly through this part it's pretty good. Okay, so I need to spread some fertiliser after I mow those fields. And our wheat harvester has decided to go and get stuck, probably on a trailer. Okay, let's fill the truck up to about 82%, so since we're here, we'll go drop this load into the flour mill. Well, grain mill, flour mill, and I believe this guy crashed because he was trying to turn around since he had to stop right there. Now, does a nice quick donut, just showing off that awesome turning circle again. We'll get this truck emptied out and bring it back quick. It's been a while since I've dropped any grain into the flour mill. I reckon this is probably going to be enough to completely fill it. Okay, does he get that little hollow? Yes, okay, there's only a little bit I need to try and flatten out there. Oof, come on truck, get going. Yeah. So, gonna put our straw into our straw processing and our manure. Once we top up all the animals with straw, probably should top up the TMR mixers too. Didn't do this very good. Maybe I ought to have picked up all that flour before I just drove over it. The trees certainly make it challenging, but pretty much all growing up now. If I can zoom out, not enough to make it. Okay, there are a lot of trees here. Might have gone a bit crazy getting them all planted. And I spy a bit more canola and olive oil. Canola oil will go into our chip manufacturing, and olive oil is needed for the pizza production. I think we'll wait till next month and off both of the cookie production, since now that I'm doing oat over in the other field we should be good. And I don't think we're waiting on anything now for the pizza production over there, but I'll wait until next month because I believe there's only one field that we need to do then. things won't be quite as hectic and we can actually give it a little bit of attention rather than just try and randomly squeeze it in. Okay, oh, there's our mower then. Should I put the mower into the field first? Might be an idea because I can get the grass cut quick. Well, probably not quick because it's a big field. Our good old John Deere 2280. Starting to see a few hours getting put on it. It's actually slower than the John Deere tractor I got. I wonder where my John Deere tractor is. That's a pretty good question. It's our little gator with the water tank on it that's just used to water the horses. There are still some logs in this field. Log gate is still ongoing. Maybe I should find the John Deere and get it over here and start dragging some logs down to the sawmill. Okay, or... Yep, that's all good. Perhaps it's time I actually bought a growing up mower as well, rather than this little tiny one, but it does such a good job. The harvester's filled up again and heading for that truck, so I might hop in here. Because I'm not sure how much grain this truck has in it either. It's gone behind the trees, it's hard to see. This guy's going to crash into the truck too. Yep. What is it with these fellas and lining up with trucks? Maybe I should check and see if there's a new cosplay version out. Because that's just not smart. Okay, this truck is going to end up at about 80% full as well. So once this unloads, I'll work out how I'm going to get across to the flour mill and unload it as well. Okay, it's finished and I'll send it back to its last waypoint while we go get this truck moving. Go for a run this way because I can cut across the field. So there's a little flat just up there. I'm thinking that's where I'll put my cotton or tailor shop and spinnery, just on that flat. They're pretty close to where the cotton field will be. And there isn't really room to put them down here with the rest of the productions. Since I have a heap of room, I can go with a couple of big modded ones that I've been really interested to try out. So we'll see them, well, in a couple of months' time. Need to get the cotton planted. 2 months for the soybean to be ready, and then hopefully I can harvest that and put the cotton in straight away, which means about 7 or 8 months for the cotton to get ready. So roughly a year's time. 10 months, wow. It's only 5 weeks away. It's not all that long. I figure we'll get 5 or 6 bales probably off that cotton field, depending on which harvester I go for. Haven't quite decided if I'll go for a round baler for the cotton or a square one. The square ones are lower capacity, so I'll probably end up going for a round baler because there's a really cool modded trailer that holds like 7 of them. We'll most likely go with that, but who knows. The other thing I want to do over the next few months, or probably by the time I harvest this field again. Hello, sunflower plant away in the distance. Is try and get rid of some more of these trees, because I can make use of all this land to expand this field as well. Or at least the land up to about where it's drawn to. And swing around and join up with that end of the field. Potentially even expand the field further that way. It's good to have plans, but right now we have a oat harvester to go sort out. I'll go try and get this hollow over here too. Must be just too much of an angle going up to where the road is, because we get it easy going that way. That's right on our land boundary too. Maybe it's time to buy more land. I do know Granny wants more sheep, so I might have to buy that. Let's line this up. Might need to buy the land heading down that way, I think. That way Granny can put in her next sheep pen. That'll be a problem for another episode, I hope. Okay, all done. Unload this, get it the hill. I think I might take the grain header off and leave it down here. That way, when I finish the corn up there, I can put the corn header back onto the trailer that the Zeta's patiently waiting with. And on the way back, I'll be able to pick up this grain header. Slowly get up. Wow, this bridge looks narrow. That did it easy. Our nice ice cream production is just about ready to kick off too, I think. Next month there's not going to be any field work since there are no fields that need to get done. Looks like it's going to be a great month to just kick off and have a bit of a look at the ice cream production, the cookie manufacturing, and the pizza production. Ooh, that's a triple threat. a different angle there. There's like 3 stalks, so almost nothing, but we're going to get them anyway. I've got one full load out of that field, plus 74%. That's not too shabby. 18,000 plus 24,000 litres. I don't know, 32,000-ish. That's not so bad off that moderately small field. We'll get this unloaded. Such a cool way it folds up. Way over here, we'll get this replanted with wheat, since that's the next one that the pig food feeders are gonna need. And I'll hop across, fix up the mower, and then see you over at the sunflower field. So, who thought I'd actually make it to the sunflower? We'd better get this guy over to our... Oh, here comes the harvester. Over to our cookie factory finally. He's just going to stop there for us, which is nice. So 17,000 litres off that field is nothing to laugh at. Duck in here. Still haven't picked up those 2 boxes of cookies I made originally. And it took it all. Let's send him... I think he can go back to the big shed. And now I'll get over to our nice sunflower planter, which should be just up here a bit. Looks like most of the field got done. There's just those couple of little white spots to tidy up. Alright, he's done. Just get him off the field so I don't crash the roller into it. Our big Lizard 742. It's a nice bendy tractor that I have trouble driving. How about I drive this around the field and we'll do a little time lapse just to get it done quick. Okay, it must be time to get our poor old sugar beet field replanted, then I'll deal with those tractors behind us. So, plot 17, field 1, the second of our sugar beet fields. Not sure why it skips that bit. We'll need to have a look at our field boundary, I think. In the meantime, how about tidy up these couple of tractors? Well, trucks. Gonna have some herbicide spraying to do next month. And unless I'm mistaken, we're gonna have that field, or the wheat field, to get planted next month, because I doubt I'm gonna get to it this month at the rate we're going. Will I need the sugar beet harvester before I need the truck again? Not to worry. The tree's sticking through the shed. Don't do enough in-cab driving, I reckon. It looks pretty good bringing this one over here and then the Massey over to our sugar beet field. Especially going through the trees and all the production area. I think we're going to have to do a bit more of that in the future if we can. Dropped it just, almost just in time. I'm not going back for that tiny bit back there that I missed. Pick these couple of spots up and it looks like they got rolled. It just didn't plant them properly. I think we've got enough of the field that I'm pretty happy. How about I just drop this down here since I need to plant this field eventually. The forage wagon is full. We'll run that up probably to the cow pens. Sure, I think my other get across the bridge, not crash. I think the 240 might actually be up at the animal pens already as well. And we've got a harvester down here waiting to go back to the sheds. I seem to be good at leaving equipment lying all over the place. Oh, I found a fent and a drill. Okay, now he's all topped up again. He's heading over to our river field. Probably where the river chicken pens are. Because once I finish picking up the straw over there, I'll replant that field. I have no idea what I'm going to replant it as. Might do canola for the hell of it. That was good timing. There goes the fent. And there's our 240 with the forage wagon that we're going to put onto this field in a minute. Right on cue, turning up for fuel. And way over in the distance we can still see the Massey going on the sugar beet planting. So it's all happening. Get this little bit done. Like I said, I've been recording for over 2 hours now. this is going to be it for this episode. We're going to pick up some of this straw and drop it into all the productions. I won't replant this field this month because I don't think there's time for it to finish and get rolled before midnight. So let's see, we've got a massive wheat field finished. I think there ended up being 4 full truckloads taken over to our flour mill and emptied into it, so there's about 220,000 litres. We got our really sweet sunflower field over there planted and rolled. We got our corn up on the hill near the animal pens harvested, and that's been replanted with wheat to go into the animal feed or the pig feed mixes. We're currently planting our sugar beet field because we left that last month. That'll just leave a bit better of a gap between our 2 sugar beet fields when we harvest. We mowed the grass over there on the hill. I think I might kick off a tractor and baler just to start getting that all baled up, but I'll collect it next month. It'll probably finish next month. I've sent the mower up to our animal pens, and I'll cut the grass between the 2 cow barns and the 2 pig barns up there. I'll most likely just make silage out of that, although I might nail that up into grass to top up the sheep pen feed. I think that might be a better idea. So the field up here, the animal pens, will do as grass. Once our sugar beet's planted, I'm gonna roll that field and that'll all be done. Otherwise, I've just got all this straw to get picked up, and it looks like we have a collision over there, so I might just check that out quick. Okay, not quite sure where the mower thinks it was going, but it seems to be on track now. Ooh. Maybe not. It's a bit of a wild driver. See if we can get across the bridge. Nailed it. So it had just spun around too quick and crashed into a tree. So it's going up to our, oh look, in cab view, our animal pens. We'll get it on the grass up there. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick up all of this straw. I will replant the river field quickly as well. I think canola is going to be pretty good in that because it should give us a nice gap until we need to harvest it as well. That's going to be it for this episode. It's been a bit of a crazy one. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Well, so this is a modded John Deere round bale cotton harvester. 50% off with only, well, it's got 30 months on it though, so it's a lot. It's talking about that one. Okay, so a normal round cotton bale harvester is 850,000. What's the difference? Don't see why that one should be any different. It just costs a lot more. I wasn't planning on buying anything this episode, but 300,000 for a cotton harvester? Still need to get the header by the look of it, but that's alright. Don't really want 32 kilometres an hour, so let's go with 22. Twin wheels are fairly cool. Bit of a window tinting going on. And I only ever want one of them, but let's have a number 1 on it just in case I change my mind, because that happens pretty often. I can luckily just afford it. Now, so I don't know if I can put the bigger 6.8 meters versus 4.9. Ooh, I have $50,000 though. Looks like we do 20 kilometers an hour. Turn, there we go. Can't change the colours, which is a bit of a shame. Okay. Well now, that's impacted our bank budget just a bit, so this field up here with the animal pens is going to be grass for the sheep. The one down near the lake that I cut earlier is definitely going to be silage, so we can sell it and make some money. Oh boy. Alright, let's go check out our new harvester. That looks pretty intimidating, sitting right at the front. Let's get it fired up. And I will most likely leave it down at the shop because I don't have enough money to repair it. Well, it's not all that damaged, I suppose. But I would like to get it repaired. Ooh, we can attach. Sweet. I do want to get it repaired before I send it all the way up to the field. Awesome. Well, it just saved me $500,000 that I didn't even realise I didn't need to have to spend. Okay, I'm going to get on with getting all this straw done. Catch you later.